everybody?
Hi, guys.
It's time for HauntScene Live. It's 8 o'clock on Tuesday nights. We're back. I, as your host always, I am Johnny Bronto, a.k.a. the Haunt Ginger. We also have joining me Miss Three Wheels herself, Melissa Lukac, senior editor of Tricycle Digest. This week we're very excited. Been waiting a while to talk about this for a while. Let me make sure my microphone's not going too crazy. And we've been waiting to talk about Sir Henry's and Ominous Descent. So we're going to go over that this week. So thank you guys for watching. We appreciate that. Make sure you guys follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat and
YouTube
and MySpace,
AOL,
Netscape, Christian Mingle, whatever. Follow us. Just look for HauntScene. We're everywhere. All right. So welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you for tuning in again. I will admit I had putting this episode together was kind of an emotional roller coaster for me because I really have a big connection to the folks over at Ominous Descent. So going through a lot of the footage and everything was not easy. So we've got some clips that we're going to show you. We're going to review Ominous Descent. We're going to review Sir Henry's, all kinds of stuff. We're going to be giving away some tickets. So make sure you guys are commenting on YouTube in the channel so we can see that. We'll probably do like a keyword that you're going to have to think of off the top of your head. Or I'll think of something, and the first person to type the word in will win the ticket. So awesome. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. Now, one thing I do want to show is going to be, we're going to talk a little bit about the original Ominous Descent. Unfortunately, this was, it was a casualty of Irma. Irma came through and destroyed Ominous Descent via a couple tornadoes. This happened on the night of September 10th into the morning of September 11th. Very heartbreaking for everybody involved. Unfortunately, that sucked. So let's take a little retrospective here at Ominous Descent. So the original house was called Slaughterhouse of Torture. This was located in Bronto, Florida. We had an opportunity to go out multiple times as it was being built. I mean, I got to see this thing because this was before Melissa actually had joined the show. I got to see this thing back when it was barely walls, man. And I have a very good connection to the haunt itself, and it was really heartbreaking to see it go down like that. So let's take a look here. This is one of the clips. I went over a lot of the clips that they had available. Oscar, if you're watching, he's amazing. He did a lot of the footage for Ominous Descent. It's really, really good. So let's take a little look-see here at my favorite clip from the old school Ominous Descent 1.0. And it's actually kind of sad. So if I start crying, I'll mute my microphone or something. Give me some tissues. All right, so let's take a look. So if you go to Ominous Descent's YouTube channel, or if you go to ominousdescent.com, they have many clips that were filmed at the original site there. They're all really good. Like, oh my God, they're just so good. They're like little mini horror movies. That was my personal favorite clip. So if you get a chance, rewind that a little bit, and it shows actually several scenes from the original Ominous Descent there. My favorite was Wade's office, so that was actually really cool there. All right, so Slaughterhouse of Torture here. Now, this is the kind of heartbreaking part, but there is a silver lining to this, so I don't want to just be a downer this whole episode. But there is a silver lining to the situation that happened. And here is the Hurricane Irma track Now, obviously, all of us, or many of us, were affected by Hurricane Irma. I was out of power for a week, but none more so than Eric and Chad from Amish Descent. If you look right here, where in the middle, where it says Orlando, and it's got the 3 there, the category 3, and it says Sunday, 8 o'clock, 115 mile an hour winds. Right above that, a little bit later, that's actually the Bartow area, and I don't know what happened, but if you look here, you can see that the path of Irma like took this beeline like right to Bartow. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was just bad luck. I don't know if somebody like put some pins in a voodoo doll. I don't know. It's crazy, but unfortunately their haunt got destroyed. And I put a couple pictures side by side here together, and you can see here on the top are a couple pictures that I took. The one at the top left was the night that they actually filmed their commercial. And looking through the right, you can see a hallway that I don't know why I was obsessed with, because I just liked how creepy it looked. And if you look down below at the bottom left, you can see where where it's just totally destroyed. It sucks. So, and then the back there is that back hallway. So, sucks to see it. Not gonna cry, but it drives me crazy. So, love this haunt. Eric and Chad have been nothing but great to us. Had us out a bunch of times. I mean, God, I felt like I was bugging them at some point, because we were there like every week or every 2 weeks or whatever. So it just sucked. And you know, I mean, it's you know, it could have been worse. You know, and I was talking to Chad's dad, you know, after it happened, and you know, it could have been worse. They had room for like 3 haunts there, like tons and tons of room. All these plans there. That could have been like year 2, year 3, year 4. Nobody was hurt. You know, I mean, I know it's just stuff. You can always replace stuff, but this is about 9 months of work for them or more. Lots of plans. They had all kinds of stuff there, and it was just heartbreaking to show up and see it just wrecked. But you know, I hate to say that there was no good that came from this, but you know what? I will admit that this really galvanized a lot of the local haunt community to work together. The haunt was destroyed. They had to salvage all their props, all their stuff that they could do. Courtney and Bradley from Chamber of Terror came out. They helped them move a lot of the props out and save a lot of the stuff. And then something really cool happened with this. Now, as much as I love this haunt, Ominous Descent does exist this year. It's actually at Sir Henry's, and we got to do it, and it was really cool. So I'm gonna move forward a little bit, and I have to say that Zach Laros, you're the real MVP. And I'm not really too into memes and all that stuff, but Zach Laros, who's awesome, is a super nice guy. He's the guy that owns and runs Sir Henry's Haunted Trail in Plant City, and he has let Ominous Descent use part of his land where his haunt is to have a little trail this year at Sir Henry's. So it's really cool, and and my face still hurts from like smiling so much as I did the haunt this weekend. It was really cool. So
Yeah,
it was really good.
Awesome. Yeah.
I can't believe I'm getting so emotional. This sucks. I'm gonna have to start this over.
I can see tears in your eyes.
I know, right? It's just. And I can only imagine how the Ominous Descent people feel, but at least they got to do something this year. So I'm going to turn off the faucets a little bit. But Zach, Courtney, Bradley, you guys coming together, helping them out is amazing. Now, HauntScene, we don't just review haunts. We go out and do the stuff, but one of the big things that I want to do with the show and HauntScene is I want to see Florida be a haunt destination, and I want to push the haunt community forward. So as crappy as that tragedy was with Ominous Descent, at least this is getting people talking to each other and working together, and I'm really excited for everything in the future. So all right, enough of that. Let's talk about the good stuff. All right, so enough sadness, but I couldn't put this episode together without actually mentioning all of that, because it's a very important backdrop to everything that they've done here. And they spent about 9 months on the haunt in Bartow, and they actually built their little trail at Sir Henry's in 9 days. Like 9 days, it's crazy. They just dragged everything and like dumped it in a pile and made a haunt out of it, and it's so awesome. So I am so glad that they got a chance to do that. Very, very cool.
It was amazing how great it came out in the short amount of time that they put it together in. Like,
Yes.
it's absolutely amazing.
It is.
You need to go, like, if you haven't tried Ominous Descent yet at Sir Henry's Haunted Trail, you need to go try it.
Yeah, you got to put it on your list.
It's incredible.
It is so cool to see that, and we're going to talk all about Sir Henry's. I mean, that's like Zach and like one other dude, and like a couple volunteers. Yeah. And that's 2 whole trails, and they're super long, and they're really, really good. So
and plus, you get you get 2 trails at Sir Henry's. Plus, you get the bonus of Ominous Descent.
It's like a bonus round, so it's really, really cool.
It's a bonus within a bonus. Look at that.
So, what charity does Sir Henry's donate to? I know he's got on the website. I think he's got like a banner for I'd have to look. I think a cancer. Sir Henry's. Maybe he has it on his website. I probably should have had this pulled up already. No. Verse Cancer, Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation. Care, Cure, Thrive. That's what it has. It's available on Sir Henry's HauntedTrail.com. So he does give to, thank you for that, Noni, in the chat. All right, so let's go ahead and move forward a little bit. So it was amazing. We're going to switch over to talk about Sir Henry's first, just so I can take like a little emotional break here. And let's talk about Sir Henry's. So it's really cool. I've never been. It's in Plant City. It's super easy to get to. It's right off exit 22 on I-4. Can't miss it. Right off the freeway. Free parking.
It was my first time going to it.
Yeah.
So and it was awesome.
It was really really cool. Now
it's definitely worth a trip out there.
It is. Now it's an outdoor haunt, so you want to prepare accordingly. You know, closed-toed shoes. You know, be prepared to get scared, because there is something about being outside in Florida that's just inherently scary.
It is.
Here.
It is.
Yep. So, all right. So Sir Henry's, when we walk in here, it's really cool. It's got this like life-size statue of Sir Henry, and it's like Zach's face. It's really, really cool. They did a really good job on that. All kinds of photo ops, a couple cute characters running around taking pictures with all kinds of photo ops there. You know, you buy your tickets online, Sir Henry's HauntedTrail.com. You can go in and do them there. Here's their hours here. Now, keep in mind that we are already past the second weekend, and so they only have, it looks like, 2 more weekends, or let's see, I'm sorry, 3 more weekends. So you got plenty of time to enjoy this. Now, this is a great haunt that you should do if you need an alternative to like Halloween Horror Nights. Can't go on Saturday. So, yeah. All right, so Sir Henry's. Now, I got a chance to do this a little bit early before Melissa went, but we also went together. I went with Shelby. Hello, Shelby, for watching. Now, what was your first impression of Sir Henry's when we pulled up? Now, let me stop right there. What was your first impression when Zach let us walk the trails, like back when it was under construction? In the daylight.
I thought it was going to be a very interesting haunt. I've never done an outside haunt before. So it definitely was going to be firsthand experience for me.
It was really cool.
And it just by walking like the grounds like a few months ago, it looked really cool. Like I knew this was going to be amazing when we first walked it like at night. So I knew from the start it was going to be amazing. Once everything was put together and everything was done, it was going to be impressive.
In the dark.
So I knew in the dark.
Yep.
In the dark. Yeah.
All
But it was pretty cool. The trail and the house, was it the Resurrection House?
Resurrection.
Yeah,
There was
that
Curse of Hollow
really
Oak
cool.
and Resurrection. Yep. So there's 2 trails there. Both have a unique backstory. I put them on here, but I don't know if the text is going to be small enough. But you can read them on Sir Henry's HauntedTrail.com. Why can't I say that tonight? Okay.
Sir Henry's Haunted Trail.
Yeah, just put it all together. I want to say Sir Henry's, and it's not. Sir
Henry's
Henry's
Trail.
Haunted Trail. All right, so you get to see that when you come in here. Here's a couple photo ops that we took. Ominous Descent has like a hanging body that you could stick your head through and take a picture, which was pretty cool.
You included the zombie girl.
I did include the zombie.
You want to tell them that story?
Yeah, so we're in line for Sir Henry's The Curse of Hollow Oak, and somebody says to Melissa, she's like, "Oh, look, a zombie." And she turns around and jumps out of her skin, and it was this little girl here. So this little girl like scared you, and it was really funny to watch.
It shows you guys just how easily frightened I really am. So
she does this whoa kind of thing. I think I've identified it. It's this whoa thing where she moves. So that was cool. So I don't remember your name, unfortunately, but good job, future character.
Good job.
So get in there and keep scaring her here.
Terrifying me.
Yep. So the haunt is located at 2837 Frontage Road, South in Plant City. Florida 33566. You put it in your GPS, it'll take you right there. So keep that in mind. Okay. So let's talk about the witch house first. We refer to it as a witch house, but it's actually the Curse of Hollow Oak. Now, this isn't going to be in any sort of order based on what we did, because I think we did Amos Descent, Resurrection, and then the other one, but this is just the way I put it together here. So the Curse of Hollow Oak. Now, I've got the story right here. It's long. Should I read this?
Yes, you should.
Should I read this in like an English voice?
A very good narrator voice. Narrator voice.
In the year 1696, William Kelly, a great ancestor of Sir Henry, came to the New World in search of prosperity and to establish a settlement, Hollow Oak. William was the founder and governor of the village and was set to marry a young girl, Beatrice. Before they were wed, another girl caught the eye of William, and he broke off his existing engagement. Beatrice was devastated and vowed revenge against William and the town. However, she wanted to wait until the right time, so she and her two sisters retreated deep within the woods. The sisters waited for several years, allowing the village to grow in prosperity and for William to have children of his own. Finally, Beatrice's time had come. Her once beautiful appearance had become wretched. Beatrice's face had hard lines and her nose had a crook from the pain she carried around for all those years. It was on a night of a full moon. Wasn't it a full moon when we went?
It was.
That's kind of weird. Beatrice and her sisters cast a dark curse on the town, engulfing it in famine, disease, death, and war. Chaos broke loose, and the three women hunted down townspeople to create even more fear. The Curse of Hollow Oak has been unleashed.
That was awesome.
That was pretty good.
Very well done. I like that.
Right,
I feel like I was into the story there.
Yeah. So it's really cool. Now, I can't emphasize enough that this is put together by like a very small group of people. A lot of haunts have huge teams and they do all this stuff. This is like a couple people and it's really impressive. Now we walk through it in the daytime, but it is dark. It is dark when you do the haunt. It is super dark, and there are little set pieces, and you walk around in the woods, and there's a path to follow, and it's really, really good.
Which is
really
perfect because
good.
you can't see the scares coming, so you get even more scared.
This is true. Now,
they came from everywhere. Did you see that?
Yeah,
there was a guy who scared us 3 times in 3 different spots.
Yeah, lots of multi-angled scares. It's like people like laying on the ground, getting you, and all kinds of stuff. It was really scary. They definitely got me a couple times.
Yeah, me too.
I love this. Now, I don't like to pick favorites, but out of the two, I think I love this one. But I have this really, this thing about scarecrows and stuff. So it was really cool. My favorite part was the scarecrow field. Now, there's only 2 of them here, but there's many. There's like 6 of them in this cornfield that you walk through to get into part of the...
And you walk over a little bridge to get into the into the place.
Really, really cool. Now, thank you, Zach, for letting us take pictures in the house. A couple of the characters yelled at us, said that we weren't allowed to take pictures, but we had permission, so that was cool. All right, so moving on here. Here's a couple of the promo shots. Zach is a master of like getting perfect lighting and things for his houses here. So here's the
witch house was really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It was really cool.
So he puts out great promo images. He uses unconventional colors. I mean, a lot of times haunts use like dark, kind of drawn out colors. He uses like neon, like green and
green and purple.
Purple.
I love
so
those colors.
It's really cool. He has a digital billboard outside, like in the Plant City area. And if you get a chance to see it, it like just glows, like it makes the sky glow because it's super bright. It's really cool. So good job with the marketing there. So I loved this house. Here's a couple other shots that we took. I know, right? I took those shots. Yeah. So not to give away too much because I don't want to spoil everything, but just some aesthetic shots of what you can expect here at the Sir Henry's Haunted Trail, Curse of Hollow Oak. This was like a prison scene and like a butcher scene and a witch hunt and the church. The church is like terrifying. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but good luck in the church. Good there. Really impressive. Really impressed, Zach. Good job.
Just amazing. That top left image with the glowing light, like you're walking through swamp.
Yeah, they have this laser fog effect in there. It's really cool.
That was one of my favorite effects.
It's really good. Okay. All right. So, really, really good. Really good. We got to do that again.
We do.
We got to go. We got to go again. And you are going to have the opportunity to go if you win the tickets, which we're going to do here in a little bit. The other house is going to be the Resurrection House. Now, I didn't actually put the picture, but they do have like the storyline there. So if you can read this when you're in line, this is set a little more modern as opposed to the 1600s, early 1700s, and this is it's like a crazy Frankenstein lab of torture and pain. Like it's crazy. So
a lab gone wrong.
Yeah, it's just a
wrong.
lab going completely wrong. Here's a couple shots here. I do love, if you look here in the middle, there's this one scene. It's probably my favorite part of that house where there are like these little windows and like floating objects in there, which is really, really good. Very, very good here. So that was good. Now, I will admit, the first time we did this house, we didn't have the best run, and it wasn't the house's fault. It wasn't the character's fault. It was the people doing the house fault.
It was.
I've never seen people so scared.
They got so scared they stopped at one point that we had to go around them, and it threw off the scares for at the end of the house for us. So we got good scares in the beginning, but as we were going towards the end, we got no scares towards the end.
Some people just could not handle it.
They just couldn't do it.
I guess I learned a lesson. Don't cut in a house.
Yeah.
Shelby told me that actually. Don't cut in a house because there is timing involved in some of the scares there, and
boy did it throw off our timing.
Dude,
really
people
bad.
were losing their minds at this haunt in both houses. Like I don't. It was crazy. It was just, I love seeing, I hate to go back and say that we're a haunt connoisseur or whatever, but we have we've seen everything, right? We know haunts, we know scares, we know horror, all that stuff. And some people just can't handle it. And those people are really fun to watch. So
they are actually.
I wish they had bleachers. That's what you need, Zach. You need bleachers so you can watch people get scared as they run out of the haunts. I would love to just sit there and watch
how people react in the house.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's hilarious.
All right, a couple other things. Oh, here's the story for Resurrection, so I'll go ahead and read this one as well. Many knew the tales of a carnival freak show that this great Sir Henry showcased. No one ever came close to matching them. During his lifetime, Sir Henry had been working on a new piece for his grand show, one that would shock the world. This new piece had been kept hidden away from public sight for years, and even after his death, no one was able to find this mysterious experiment until now. It is now 1933, 4 years after the death of Sir Henry, and exactly 1 year after his estate was turned into a living museum. When someone from a tour has stumbled upon a secret hideaway within the mansion, and chaos has ensued. The current owner, Mr. Barlock, has closed down the tours in the house before anyone could discover the experiment. The public has been trying to force their way into this hidden lab of Sir Henry. Unknown to all, beneath the boarded-up estate, the lab has come alive once again. Several citizens have described seeing a skeletal phantom figure in a top hat go to and from the back of the estate. Has Sir Henry returned to finish his masterpiece? Yeah, so this is a really, really good... Oh, you know what I didn't do? I'm sorry. Let's go back a little bit. I'm sorry, my brain's going a million miles an hour. Let's go and let's actually take a look at the preview video for the Curse of Hollow Oak. Let's actually do that. So that was the Curse of Hollow Oak. Now let's go ahead and roll the one for the Resurrection House. All right, so let's do that. It's a very dramatic, follow me on social media, right? All right, so those are the two kind of trailers for the two houses. Very, very impressive. I love haunt trailers.
Me too.
They're like my favorite thing ever. They're just a little taste of the haunt, so that's actually really cool. I don't know how many acres that Sir Henry's is, but I'm sure Zach knows that. So if anybody wants to chime in, let us know, and we'll make sure we put it out there. I don't know acreage, so yeah. All right, so I'm gonna move forward, kick it up a little bit. Here is a great picture that Melissa took here. It's the estate, so you actually walk up on this estate right here. It's got this like article about the estate being closed and kind of gives the backstory there. Really impressive to walk up on. Really cool. And let's see what else we got here. And here are some of the pictures that I took in the house.
I love that. I love that green one in the middle because that looks like a paranormal type picture. You know how they take the pictures in the
with the night vision.
Night vision. That looks really cool.
Yeah, so I took pictures. Now, I am not the best photographer. I am not, and I didn't want to use flash, so this is the best I could take with my digital camera without using flash, so it does pretty decent low light photography. But you're right, that like night vision, low vision stuff looks really cool.
I love.
Yeah, really neat. You know what I didn't see in the house though? Remember the owl?
Yeah.
Where's the owl at? I took a picture originally of the owl in the house, and I don't know where he put it, so we'll have to look for that. Maybe we'll ask Zach where it is.
It's true. Yeah.
And if he's not using it, maybe I can steal it or something. I don't know.
As a home decoration.
Yeah, it's really cool. All right, I should have. Why didn't I take the picture of the? There was when we walked the trail like during the day, like months and months ago, before he built the rest of this. There was just this random owl, like fake owl, sitting somewhere, and I was fascinated by it. And I actually went back to take a picture of it and put it up on Instagram.
The owl that kind of looked like your dog Cody.
Yeah,
it actually did. It resembled your dog Cody.
Speaking of Cody, he's actually being really quiet.
He's underneath the table.
Okay,
he's under here. He's
all right,
by
Cody.
me.
Cody, last week my dog was like going berserk as we were doing the show, so that was really cool. All right, so what else we got here? All right, so here is another shot of the lab. Here is the main character at Sir Henry's. Sir Henry? What was that?
What is that?
I don't know.
I just heard random talking.
So did I. That was weird. All right, so, okay. So, that was probably my Alexa going off. Yeah, weird. All right, so Sir Henry, now, as I said, when we did this house originally, we kind of jumped the gun a little bit because there were people that were so scared in the house that they were like smashing groups together, and I do not like conga lines. I want to have fresh scares.
I like when they pulse the lines.
Yes,
and you go with only your group. Yes. I like that.
Yeah, and
it's scary.
Sir Henry's, the two Sir Henry's trails, they give you about 45 seconds to a minute or so. We actually entertained one of the line people to give us
we
extra
got about
time.
60 seconds with the other one, and then we got 45 seconds.
I used my charm to have them give us extra time. But after we went through, and like I said, I'm not going to go through a haunt once and have a bad run and just say like whatever. So we got a chance to talk to Zach, who's walking around. He's got this microphone set up. It's really cool. Does all the photo ops there. And he gave us the opportunity to go through the house again a little bit later. And it was just us. It was
just us.
It was super scary. Like,
it was much better that time than the second time, though.
And he was in the house too, and Zach had it out for us, and he was like getting us all over the place.
We were able to get the scares towards the end too that we missed.
Yeah, we got everything we missed. It totally made up for it. So very, very cool for that. So I loved it. I loved it.
I had fun.
I didn't know what to expect from Sir Henry's because it's just something that we haven't done before. But it was really impressive. Both trails were really impressive.
Yep, really good.
Characters are really good. Younger characters, a little bit.
Younger kids.
Yeah, I won't say kids, but I don't know if he has like a certain age demographic he recruits characters for, but it was a little younger in contrast to the adults and people at the Ominous Descent part. So there's a little bit of a different theme between Sir Henry's and Ominous Descent here.
You can definitely tell the difference too, and the great size of the guys.
Yes, the very large manly men at Ominous Descent. All right, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and where's my slideshow at? There we go. All right, so we're gonna do ticket giveaway number 1. So think of a keyword. And get those typing fingers ready here. You're gonna put this in the chat in YouTube. So get this ready to go. Think of a word that represents something at Sir Henry's that people could type in.
Witch.
All right, first person to put word witch on my screen, not your screen, my screen, is going to win a pair of triple haunt passes to both Sir Henry's and Ominous Descent. And these will be emailed to you, so you don't even have to go anywhere. All right. So make sure you put that in a live chat. First person to put in the word witch is going to be David Swanson. David Swanson is going to win the 2 tickets to Sir Henry's and Ominous Descent. So contact us via social media. Shoot us a message on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. We'll get your email address, and then Zach will set you up with those tickets. So thank you for playing, and we appreciate that. All right. So now that we have talked about the Sir Henry's part of this, which was excellent, Zach, good job. I can't wait to do it again. Really looking forward to it. Great haunt. We're going to move on to the next one, which is going to be, we're going to go back to Ominous Descent. And I have another slideshow of that one there, because I don't want to look at the tornado pictures anymore. All right, so let's do this before we go into the actual path they have here, because it's like an outdoor trail. This was originally going to be about a third, maybe a third to a little bit more of their original haunt. They had indoor and outdoor elements in Bronto, and they basically just ripped everything out that was going to be outside and expanded upon it in their own trail at the Sir Henry's location. So let's go ahead and roll a clip for Ominous Descent to kind of show the outdoor aesthetic here. So take a look. It's creepy.
Terrifying.
I know, right? They're just terrifying.
Oh, just gives you a shiver.
Yes. So, as I said earlier, Oscar, if you're watching here, you did an excellent job on the videos. They're all good. I've watched all of their little clips like 1,000 times. They're really my favorite things to watch. So I think he has a bright future in the realm of haunt trailers. Yes. All right.
I agree.
All right, so Slaughterhouse of Torture, wrong path. So they kind of rebranded it just a little bit. It's got the story here. Basically, Ominous Grim has destroyed the original location. Wade Harris and his people have sought shelter in the woods, and that's kind of the backdrop of why they are where they are. Okay, so we got to talk about Ominous Descent, wrong path. So we did this twice.
We did do it twice. Second time was actually a lot more funnier with those people in front of us. I have to hand it to them. They were troopers.
But we had
goodness.
the best. Sometimes it's nice to go through and get scared, and then sometimes it's nice to watch other people get scared. I'm a big fan of watching other people get scared.
It was quite a sight, let me tell you. It was hilarious. They were getting hit from all over.
Yeah. It's a long trail. Like it takes a while to get through it. Like
it's about what, 6 minutes? 7 minutes?
No, it's more than that. It's like 8 to 10 minutes. It's long. With all the twists and turns and everything. Oh. It's like forever. I don't know. Time slows down when I go through it. It did feel like
it took a long time though.
Yeah, it was.
It felt like a long trail.
It was pretty crazy.
The first time we went through, I was really excited to try this, and I was very scared because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was coming for me in there. It was fun. I got the first time we went through it. I was leading, and I got hit a lot.
I always make her go first.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so I can watch her get scared because that's part of the fun.
Because you like watching me when I get scared. You like the noises that I make and the jumps that I make.
I know, right?
I jump about 20 feet.
Yeah, it is funny.
It's hilarious.
And then the reason is you don't get to see me get scared behind you.
This is true.
I get scared too.
It's true because I'm sure you did get scared behind me.
I did. I did. I did hear. Now, I got a couple pictures of the inside. Now, I didn't want to, once again, give away too much, but all the characters are in there from the videos at the Anonymous Descent. So those videos, the characters are still there. So let's go ahead and do this here.
Lots of large.
Yeah, lots of large men.
Very large men.
Yeah, scary people in here.
Tall guys.
Well, yeah, amazing masks and things. Now, I'm not saying like it was any better or worse than like Sir Henry's, because I don't want to compare and contrast to you. But they are out to get you at Anonymous Descent, and everybody looks just evil. Even
jumping over things.
Yeah,
jumping
over. Yeah, I don't know.
Very athletic.
Very athletic. Very athletic. Sometimes I think that I don't know if it's a benefit or a detraction that we show up in like our HauntScene gear, or that we know these people. We got to hang out with them a little bit before they went on stage. But I don't know, man. I just sometimes they're out to get me.
But that second time, Wade Harris did put his hand on my shoulder. It was kind of guiding me through the line. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It startled me at first because I didn't expect it. I was like, oh, this is awesome.
So great job. Now keep in mind, this is 9 days, and talking to Eric, he said, and I will back him up on this. He's like, it feels like this is something we've worked on for 3 months, and they did this in 9 days. Now to give you a timeline here, the old location was hit by the tornado the night of the 10th, and then they picked up the pieces on September 11th this year, which is kind of ironic, and that weekend, it was Friday, I was at Horror Nights, and I was at the front gate. It was opening night of Halloween Horror Nights, and I get a text from Eric. It's like, hey, man, can you talk? And he called me and let me know that they were going to do something at Sir Henry's. Awesome. So that's like 5 days later. And then I'm like, all right, cool. When you guys open it up, like in October or something like that, they opened up on September 29th. So what is that? That's 2 weeks, and then the build time of that was 9 days. That's crazy.
That is
holy
impressive.
crap.
That is awesome.
So it's going to be amazing when they find a new location and they can actually spend another 9 months on there.
Yep.
Think of everything they've learned building the original haunt and working outside, because they do like the outside element. So I'm really excited for that, and hopefully we can make many trips out there again, because
I definitely want to go back out there again and do Ominous Descent and Sir Henry's Haunted Trail.
Yes, I do.
That was a blast.
I definitely want to do this one again.
Yep.
All right, so moving on here. Here's a couple pictures here. Now keep in mind, it's dark and it's gritty outside. I got the best pictures I could. You've got some old, like, decrepit, decayed, rusted vehicles that you're going to walk around, including this really sketchy-looking trailer, which is scary. Here's a couple of the elements here that you're going to see in the houses. Now, what's cool about this is they had these shacks outside at the original location, and we got to see them built, but we never got to see them themed. Well, now that we got to see the wrong path here, you get to actually see the themes and the sets there. And I had to take a picture of Mr. Possum for Shelby, so because she's obsessed with Mr. Possum, she actually drew him.
Mr. Possum.
This guy, the guy on the right. He's Mr. Possum.
That's in the swamp area, right?
Yeah, they've got this laser
The swamp
effect.
area is my favorite area.
It is
I love
so cool.
that area. It is so with the light raised up like chest level, and you're literally walking through it like you're walking through a swamp. It is amazing. It is the coolest effect I've ever seen.
Yeah, you should have seen it. You should have seen it the night that we went the week before with Shelby.
Yeah.
I guess one of the fog machines was malfunctioning, and the whole haunt, I mean Sir Henry's and everybody was under this very the mist cloud of fog, and it was crazy. And when we went through the haunt, the light for the swamp effect, like the laser light, was going up and down like this, and somebody was adjusting it. Now, it was the craziest thing to look at, to watch the whole fog go up and down. And because I went the wrong way originally, and it was dumb of me because I wasn't paying attention to where I was going. Now they have characters there to block you in, and it's hard to go the wrong path on the wrong path, because they're going to keep you there. Right.
I like in one section too, when you enter, I think it's like the barn area. You know how you have to push away things in front of you, and there's one point where you have to open a gate. I mean, you actually open it by yourself.
Oh yes.
I thought that's really cool.
Yeah, at some point you're trapped,
that before.
and you have to kind of work your way out.
Oh, you have
to
this
figure
large
it out.
gentleman
Yes.
near you.
We'll talk about that. I don't want to spoil anything, but we'll talk around it,
Okay.
right? All right, so moving around here, here's a couple other pictures. Here's that laser effect that she was talking about.
Yep.
This huge area, very cool effect. Love it.
And the way it gazes, it actually looks like you're walking through water.
It does.
Like, it's amazing.
It's really, really good. At the bottom right, here's probably the favorite picture that I took, like the smokehouse scene. And one of the characters in here, I know it's kind of a fuzzy picture, but it's fuzzy when you go through it. So sometimes the cameras don't work well with fog. But I thought that was a really cool kind of smoky picture to kind of give the aesthetic there. At the top right, you got just some there are victims. There are victims in Ominous Descent. And then just some trophies, some skulls and things all over the place. So that was really, really cool. Oh, is that his name? Razor?
Is that his name? Razor, the tall guy?
Yeah.
He was definitely.
It's kind of like Ominous Descent. They all have their own names. Is it like an evil American Gladiators?
Maybe.
Like Razor.
Is Possum Guy just Possum?
Possum.
We just call him Possum Guy.
Possum. His special move is to play Possum. I'm pretty sure there was an amazing. Oh no, there was an American Gladiator named Laser. So maybe I don't know, distant relative or something like that. Whatever. All right, so
he is in the smokehouse.
Yes.
Razor's in the smokehouse.
Oh, okay, he's in this. Okay, Razor, like a Razorback.
Bottom right, that's Razor.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you for that. Yeah, you have to get me the cast list so I can know what to call these people, other than what they look
after
like.
me. Apparently, you send it all of them after me, or you wanted them.
She gets abused.
Johnny. Nice.
Yeah. All right, so what else we got here? All right, so let's do this. Ticket giveaway number 2. I'm gonna think of this word here.
Ooh, I got a good one though.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, yeah, one that obviously related to it. Yeah. What's yours? You can say one. I said the last 30, so you can say this one if you want.
No, go ahead. What's the keyword?
Torture.
Torture! The keyword is torture, which you will experience in a fun way at Ominous Descent. So the first person to put in, if you won earlier, you can't win another pair. This is also going to be one other triple pack of tickets to both Sir Henry Trails and the Ominous Descent Trail there. So first person to put in the word torture in the chat is going to win this pass. Just make sure that you have an email. I got to spell it right. Torture.
Gotta spell it right.
Toucher is another house. That's a house where it's a little different.
That's a different house.
Toucher. Oh man, Ominous Descent. That's funny.
Slaughter.
All right, so we're gonna leave it there. First person put in the word torture. If not, I'm taking these tickets and we're gonna go again. Right there it is.
There we
okay,
go.
Noni J. All right, so Noni J,
torture.
please send us a message. Email HauntScene@gmail.com, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Get a hold of us, and we will route your email. It has to be email to Zach, and then he's going to send you those triple pack of tickets. And enjoy. Good luck, because it's going to be amazing.
It's terrifying, but it's fun.
All right. So now that we've talked about Ominous Descent, well, the inside of it, and there are characters everywhere. They're all going to get you. They're all over the place. It's not just eye level. They're coming from above you and below you and from the laser swamp and all kinds of stuff. And it's very loud, and they're going to get you, and it's horrifying. Especially and as much as I love you guys, Ominous Descent, you scare me. Like, I get to see your alter egos in there, and it
oh boy, did it make me uneasy.
Yeah.
Walking through it at first, so I was excited, but I was terrified beyond belief.
I have this weird thing where it's like I'm rooting for them, but I'm afraid one of them's gonna go crazy and murder me in the haunt. Like I don't know. I have that love-hate relationship with you guys. Yeah. Like it's different when I'm in haunt mode.
If anything, you'll sacrifice me first to them.
Oh, speaking of sacrifice, so at the end, we're not really gonna go over the total ending, but at the second time we did it, we were with this other group. And this other group were not haunt people. They were not haunt people at all.
That they've never done that before.
And we laughed so hard throughout the whole thing because every single character almost made them like fall over. Like it was crazy.
They were huddled together.
Yeah, they were huddled together
for
fear, and they were moving so slow, and it was so funny here. And at the last part, I'm not really going to go into a spoiler, but let's say there's one thing you have to get past to exit the haunt, to go out the front. And They went to the left because they were kind of huddled against the walls, and we literally like ran past this thing to the right, and we totally left them to die.
We sacrificed them. We ran away to the right.
Yes.
I just ran out. And the second time I did that the first time though, because he had me up against the fence. Oh, actually, yeah.
Hey yo. Yeah. So I will admit, like,
pretty terrifying.
I needed that. I really needed that. 'Cause I laughed so hard, like my chest hurt. I was laughing so hard, and it's weird because I after that night, even though it's been a couple days, like my mouth still hurts from smiling so much that night because we had such a good time. Like it was so good.
Even though we're haunt people, we still get scared.
Yes,
yeah.
Trust me. Just because we do this for reviews and fun doesn't mean they'll get us.
Oh, believe me, I was booking it. Yeah. And the lady outside was laughing at me like, "You're a haunt person. You're not supposed to get scared." I'm like, no.
I know, right? She's like, "Oh, you do this?" No, we do this.
No, I get scared.
We still get scared.
Trust me, I get scared.
We like getting scared. You know,
but I love getting scared.
So yeah, it's fun.
I'm sure those people did too because they were such good people, like good troopers. When we went outside, like I gave them a hug and everything. I'm like, good job, guys, good job.
And as an added bonus, at some point this season, they might actually let us scare act in there. We might actually go and scare people.
Yeah, I would love to do that. I would love to try that.
So
that would be so much fun.
Very cool. Yes.
Even though I would probably scare myself if I looked in the mirror.
You would scare yourself
and see how I would. You know how you look in the mirror and you see yourself? Like, I would probably scare myself if I look scary. I would scare myself.
I think I'm naturally scary. Is that the haunt ginger coming at me with a chainsaw?
You're naturally scary.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
But I can see you doing the very end part of that house very well.
Maybe we can work out like a combo thing. I don't know. But that's always been something that's been on my list. I don't unfortunately have the time to work at a haunt because I work full time and it's already stressful enough that it's I would like to do like a one-off and like maybe record a little bit of it, record us doing some scares. I think that'd be a cool bit on the show. Yep. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye out for that here. All right, so what do we got left? What do we have left? Hold on one moment, guys. I might have to make an adjustment here. I think I just screwed something up. I maybe did. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I got to make one little adjustment.
What happened?
I forgot to put in the last image slideshow because I failed. My bad. Give me one moment, guys. I got to make a correction here. And we're just going to put it right there. Add. And we're going to put in an image slideshow. And we're going to put that there. I knew I forgot something. All right, so there it is. Here's the pictures I want to put. And, all right, perfect. You. Perfect. Look at that. Making adjustments on the fly, making it happen. All right, so now that we're getting to the end of the episode, and I could probably talk about Amish Descent and my love affair of them and how awesome Zach is all night, but we don't want to take up too much of your time, so we're going to start wrapping this up a little bit. So we're gonna continue a bit on the show that we started last week, which is going to be weekly photos, and this is going to be photos that either we took or we saw online that were really amazing. In this case, it is going to be photos that we took this week, or really cool photos of us. So let's go through the first one, which is going to be the Bill and Ted picture that we took at Horror Nights. So I've always wanted to do the meet and greet with Bill and Ted at Horror Nights afterwards. We finally got a chance to do that on Sunday. That was really cool. It rained like crazy. It like torrential downpoured all night. So here we are, super soaked. If you look to the left of me, that is Jake. Jake Newsom is our web guy. Really cool dude. Very, very helpful. A lot of the graphics. Actually, the logo at the bottom right, you see right here in the background of the show, he actually did that. He did HauntScene.com. He's amazing. Thank you, Jake, for everything.
Thanks, Jake.
Love doing haunts with you. Very, very cool. Unfortunately, Sir Henry's had a slight delay opening, and it was raining, so he decided not to do that, but maybe he can go out with us again. We do it again. Here is Melissa's photo that she took of a purger.
Purge and purify.
Purge and purify. As a matter of fact, I think that's what you're going to go for Halloween. Right?
I am. I have a Halloween party I'm going to this Friday at a friend's house, and I'm dressing up as a purger. I already have the mask, the knife, and some blood. And then regular clothes, obviously, for a purger. And I will be a purger this Friday. I will post pictures so everyone can see how it looks.
Very nice. Of you purging?
Of me purging.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so very good picture here. Like I said, this is with your phone?
This was with my phone, actually, on low lighting and no flash.
Okay.
I was able to use the light in that zone and the light behind the car to actually bring it out. And some little tweaking, and it actually came out pretty good.
All right. Cool.
I personally love the Purge, and I love the Purge at HHN this year, so it's one of my favorites, actually. So
okay. So. Very cool. Very great picture. Very, very good job with that. Here's my favorite picture that we took. We actually took this the weekend before at Chamber of Terror. Sir Henry's unfortunately got rained out that night, and this was the night that we went and we did Chamber of Terror, and it was really cool because as we were parking, we see a bunch of black and green T-shirts of the entire Ominous Descent family walking in, and they actually had Zach with them as well because if it does rain a significant amount, unfortunately, it's too wet to do the trails over at Sir Henry's. So they all got together as one big haunt family, and they went over to another haunt, which we reviewed last week, Chamber of Terror here. And kind of a really cool moment, I wanted everybody to get a picture together, all this stuff. But Chad here on the right, Chad Ashley, who's one of the two main people with Ominous Descent, insisted that I was part of this photo. And from left to right, you've got Zach Glaros. He's from, he does Sir Henry's Haunted Trail. You got Eric Dodson. He's Ominous Descent. You got Courtney McIntyre, Chamber of Terror. You got me, HauntScene. You've got Bradley Bass to the right, and you got Chad Ashley from from Ominous Descent. And for just a split second, it was really cool to take a picture of everybody together here, because I believe this is definitely the future of the haunt community here in Florida. Not saying that we're discounting anybody else, because I love that these guys work together, and just for a moment, it was really cool to be part of that, because I want to be a part of that. That's why we do this show. We don't do the show for free tickets at all. We actually do this to push the haunt community forward. That's what we do. So we try to promote everybody as much as possible. Lots of amazing haunts here, and I know it's only going to get better in the future. So thank you for letting me be a part of that. That was very, very cool. And if you have any photos that you wanted to submit to us, HauntScene@gmail.com, or just shoot them to us. If we see something really cool online, we'll probably ask you for permission to put them on the show. But if nobody submits anything, then we'll take something that we do, because we're not the best photographers, but we do our best.
But we do our best for what we have.
Yep. So. All right, so awesome. All right, so wrapping it up here, 8:52, probably going to get out of here a few minutes early. I appreciate you guys all watching here. Now, I do have to say a very, very special happy birthday to Jonathan Adam Lane, who I believe we met at Sir Henry's. I don't know if he was a character or not, but he sent me a message on Facebook to wish him a happy birthday. Also going to wish Chad a happy birthday from Ominous Descent. His birthday's actually Friday the 13th,
nice.
Which is really
That's
cool.
An awesome birthday.
So good happy birthday, guys. Thank you for everything. You're awesome. And next week on the show. Now, last Thursday, we had an opportunity to do the media event for Screamageddon, but we didn't have enough time this week to fit all the haunts in, and I want to give all the haunts their due. So we're going to be talking about Screamageddon next week. Pretty sure we still have to confirm everything, but we're pretty sure we're going to be doing the Vault of Souls again this weekend on Saturday. I think I'm just stuck on what story I want to pick, because it's actually changed a little bit this year. So there are goals with that. So Screamageddon, Vault of Souls, that'll be a combo next episode. Now, Screamageddon is really cool. They actually gave us 2 family 4-packs of tickets to go out and do Screamageddon. So we're going to have a huge giveaway next week. 2 4-packs Screamageddon. It's in Dade City. It's a little bit of a hike, but it is totally worth it. We had a great time, and we're going to show some of the pictures and some of the things we did there. So thank you for having us out there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go back to the main screen here. That's the intro video. We don't want that anymore. No. So thank you guys for watching. We appreciate this. I will admit we're at that point in the haunt season where it's starting to catch up to us a little bit. Like, we're starting to lose a little bit of sleep. We're actually at the halfway point. This should have actually been episode 6 of the season of 10 episodes. But remember, we had the episode canceled due to Irma not having any power. So we are over the hump Now,
and I wanted to say one thing. I was at HHN on Sunday, coming out of American Horror Story late at night, and as I was coming out, someone shouted my name from the back. It was a fan that actually watches HauntScene, actually
cool.
a big supporter of us, and his name is Noel, I believe. I just want to give a shout out to Noel. Noel, thank you so much for recognizing me and taking a picture with me. He actually took a picture with me
cool.
and told me that he watches us. So thank you
Nice.
so much, Noel. I just wanted to give you a shout out.
Nice. That's really cool. Yeah,
So,
I we do wear our gear a lot, so if you do see us, don't be shy. We don't bite, even if, no, I'm just kidding. I love taking pictures with people.
Oh,
I
me
know
too.
Melissa
Me too.
does.
I love being.
I have goals of like signing autographs one day, because like sign an autograph.
I hope to.
And
get
then
to
maybe
that
next
point.
year
Yeah.
I could sign like a boob and like maybe a baby. Like somebody's like, here's my baby. Like do like a Ricky Bobby thing
Johnny,
where you
that's
can't
too
sign the
much.
baby. What? Hey man, somebody want to have their baby signed. I mean, Haunt Ginger, Johnny Bronto.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Okay, it's nice to have goals. All right,
So Noel, if
we'll
you're
get
watching,
there eventually.
thank you so much, Noel.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Awesome. Okay, well, it is 8:56, so we're going to go ahead and roll credits. Thank you so much to Amos and Sir Henry's. You guys are amazing. Can't wait to go out again. Best of luck to you in the future. Can't wait to see what the future holds for everybody here in Central Florida. And we're going to go ahead and roll credits. So until next week, spook easy.
Happy haunting.
All
Bye,
right,
guys.
Bye.
Have a good night.